Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead, and we're going out here today to pick some beans. All right, one of my favorite times of the year. One of our favorite things to do is we love to pick beans. We love to grow beans. Obviously, we've done videos on that, and I express my great infatuation with green beans and beans alike. But so we got two raised beds of contender bush beans. It's time to grow them, time to pick them. They've been growing well. And so I'm going to show you what we're looking at right here. As you can see, they're looking really nice. We do like to let them get fatter, okay? Some people like really thin, kind of flimsy bush beans, green beans. We like to make sure they've got these beans in them. See, we like a good thick bean in them. That gives you a lot of good flavor. And so we wait until we got plenty of them ready to go. Now, one thing about bush beans, as opposed to most pole bean varieties, at least in our experience, that is, the bush beans varieties, Blue Lake, Contender, Provider, and maybe some others, I don't know, we've grown Blue Lake and Contenders mostly. They will grow and they'll have beans get fatter and ready to pick, but maybe not, you don't have enough in your bed necessarily to pick and preserve, or maybe pick to have a good harvest and a good meal out of. But they will kind of wait, you know, like the ones that get fat and ready, they'll kind of wait on that vine for a little bit until some others catch up, and you'll have a lot to pick at one time that way. So we kind of wait and let ours get going, and let several of them catch up, because like in a pole bean variety, in a half runner or a full pole bean variety, a lot of times, at least in our experience, we've grown Mountaineer half runners, and that variety, like once they get fatter, you gotta get them pulled, because they're gonna start to discolor a little bit and turn a little yellow and try to go to seed. And you try to keep your beans from going to seed. That's that kind of slows down their production, and you won't get as much that way. So, but the bush bean varieties, they'll kind of grow together a little bit, and you'll have, if you let them sit and wait for a few days, you'll have enough that you can get a really nice harvest out of them. We got two beds of them. Angela's gonna pick one bed, I'm gonna pick the other. Sometimes we'll raise them, sometimes we won't, because my knees hurt. I'm gonna pause this picking for just a second. I just want to show you what we're looking at right here. Picked very little, but look at the size of some of these beans here. They're amazing. You know, these are nice beans, beautiful beans. Now, full disclosure, I'm a self-proclaimed bean lover, correct? So I may be a little more excited than some of you, but those are some beautiful beans. And again, we like to grow bush varieties in our raised beds. Personally, I do like the flavor typically of a pole bean variety better, but in a small space setting, we're looking for production. We like to have honestly, we like to have 40 quarts of beans, whether it be bagged and frozen or canned. And so we grow them in different varieties and different manners, and the bush bean certainly has its place in a production setting, because they are going to set a ton of beans really quick. Pole beans are better flavor and easier to pick, because you get to stand up rather than squat down. We'll always have some bush beans in some manner, and these contenders again are doing great. And I want to show you this. Okay, it's a good sized bean here, and still got some tenderness. It could have gotten fatter. Okay, it could have gotten fatter, but if they get too fat, some varieties will have a tendency to get really tough. Okay, so you want to kind of find a good sweet spot of a good. See, it's got beans in it. You can see the little muscles. It's a muscle-bound bean, so you can see the beans inside of it. But it's not. They haven't got so fat that the bean itself that the green part is getting tough. Okay, so that's your bang zone right here. Okay, that's what you're looking for. It's gonna be a great pick. Okay, we got them picked, and we're gonna show you something real fast here. Okay, this is what we got. One large bowl full here, one good sized bowl full here. Now we're actually going to take these in and weigh them. We've never really weighed our harvest before. We never really took the time to do so. But we're actually going to take them in and weigh them, see what the poundage is on them, right? And now those are contender bush beans. Okay, we'll probably get another good 1 or 2 rounds out of those. That's a good bit. I think we're going to get 5 or 6 jars out of that, honestly. And that's just 2 8-foot long raised beds that are 2 foot wide. And we put three rows in each one. So if you're going by rows, that'd be like a 48-foot row of beans. And we like doing bush beans inside of raised beds, because if you grow in the ground, sometimes you wind up getting beans that look like this. See, they look like that because they tend to fall on the ground a little bit, and then the rain beats them down. They just sit around the ground and they rot. And the raised beds, they don't do that so much. All right, so we're inside. We're gonna weigh these beans a little bit. Now, okay, this bowl weighs 14.5 ounces. Okay, the tare didn't work. So, but the scale only goes to 5 pounds. So here's the first one. First weight is 4 pounds 12 3/4 ounces. And the next one is 4 pounds 6.5 ounces. So we're looking at it. The larger bowl weighs about 14.5 ounces for the bowl itself, and the smaller bowl probably about 10 ounces. So we're looking at right around 8 pounds of beans right there. So I don't know how that sounds to you. 8 pounds of beans is wonderful to me. Now look, after you get done picking, you're gonna want to bring them in and spread out newspaper or some paper grocery bags or whatever, and dump. And if it's going to be a little bit before you're ready to break them up, then just dump them out on this paper. Okay, this is what we did here. So you just spread them out, allow them to breathe a little bit, because if you leave them inside of a bag or a basket or a bowl or whatever you picked them in, then they're going to start sweating. It can make your beans get really limp and just not be as good. Like right now, these are good snapping beans, you know, and if you let them get that moisture on them, they're not going to be as good. They're not going to be as firm. They're not going to be that nice bean that you're looking for. So we're gonna get off of here. We're gonna get ready to go break some beans and have a good old-fashioned bean breaking, possibly watch some TV and sit down and break some beans. That's some good old-fashioned fun right there. So hey, thanks for you guys for watching so much. We do appreciate it. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You'll get more videos like this. Click that bell for notifications. We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. God bless you and goodbye.